Okay. Welcome, my friends. Kevin Shirka here, the Indiana Jones nerd, yet again. Look at Indiana Jones 5. We've heard that there's, from one source, that there's a feature-length trailer coming today for Indiana Jones. So, yeah, hopefully we get a longer one. That would be great. I mean, I think it's time. Here we are. Hello. All right. Jack Heim says hello. Fizzy, hello. I just found out that Michael Keaton is Batman. Flash. I think we already knew that. We knew that like 2 years ago. And Spider-Man says hello. Hello, guys. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining me. So we're going to hang out and play a little Indiana Jones while the Super Bowl is going on, while we're waiting for the Indiana Jones trailer. If you guys want to talk about anything in the chat, fire away. I'm going to be focusing on my gameplay, while also trying to keep an eye on if the trailer plays on my tablet here, where I'm watching the game to see if the moment that Indiana Jones shows up, but I'm not attention to it. I'm trying to set the game up. And I can't see the mouse pad. Sorry guys, I'll be with you shortly here.
This ought to get got.
The problem is because I put... But I think we need to lower the inhale volume, in-game volume. Thank you. In that case, let's do that. How's my voice coming through? Is my voice coming through okay? Indiana Jones fan page says I will flip out when we'll get it with joy. We will get the trailer today, and we just got a new trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, okay, so it did drop. I'm not watching the tablet at all. I tried it. All right, I put it a little better. Excited to see the trailer for D5. I will post it on my channel when it comes out. Wait for a good one here in England, yes. I don't want to know exactly what they're doing with the trailer. No, I don't know.
Hey! Jetzt hast du kein Glück mehr, Yankee.
grenade?
Jetzt hast du kein Glück mehr, Yankee.
This ought to even up.
played from the first level of that section again.
That must be where I'll find Mei Ying.
Hey, 你给我站住！ 冲啊！
Indiana Johnson's a cheat. I forget who the cheat scene and who's yeah, none of us really know what time the trailer is playing. Maybe halftime already. I mean, it could be like a commercial break, but that could be between now and 2 hours.部队，快回去做工！ It's a new Indiana Jones trailer playing. Oh my god, it's new footage. It looks great. Oh my god, it's great. Oh my god, Indiana Jones! Whoa! Whoa! That was awesome! It was 30 seconds, but it was freaking awesome! The Indiana Jones trailer just played! Alright. I'm going to play it on my stream now. Whoops. I want YouTube. I want Lucasfilm. Oh my god, that was so good. Alright. It hasn't dropped yet on Lucasfilm.
I miss the desert.
Yeah, it was a short clip.
I miss the sea.
That was so cool.
And I miss waking up every morning, wondering what wonderful adventure the new day will bring to us.
Those days have come and gone.
Perhaps not.
I don't believe I'm magical. But a few times in my life.
Should be here. Come on, you guys. Let's post that. Oh my god. Like all of a sudden it was Indiana Jones. All right, so we saw two big sections of two scenes. I mean what I'm trying to say is the trailer was basically like those two scenes. So one was the scene in Morocco where they're inside a building and there's a lot of people and it's like there's some sort of an auction or a like card game or something like that. It's and I think we have seen maybe that it's an auction, and so there's a bunch of guys in there, and that's the scene from the end of the last trailer that Indiana Jones hits his whip, and I had it playing on my tablet, the Superbowl. I still have not posted it. Indiana Jones trailer, and then it's on Instagram in a reel. Trilogy. There's one on Instagram. What is this? Tulangi. What's that? That wasn't me. Alright, Lucasfilm channel. So I am. Hey, how about this? How about, because you can't post a link to this chat, so why don't everybody come over to my Discord and you can post the link there. see, invite, and just go to Indiana Jones 5 channel. Let me see. All right, yeah, let's copy this. Oh wait, you can't. How do you do that? Shoot, I don't know how to tell you. Well, let me see if I can post. Oh yeah, so anyways, it was that, and then there was another well, I mean, I guess I don't need to do that, but where's the link? Where's the link? Link. Link is in the Discord. Haha. Lucasfilm's posted it. Good.
Have we met?
My memory's a little fuzzy.
Oh my god. Alright. Hang on. I gotta turn on my volume. I have to move that. Sorry. Wow, this is Indiana Jones, you guys. Woo! Alright.
Are you still a Nazi?
Oh my god, that's so good.
Have we met?
My memory's a little fuzzy.
Are you still a Nazi?
Give him hell, Indiana Jones! What are you doing here?
Let's get you!
Hang on!
Wow, that is so good. Alright, yeah, it's on the Lucasfilm channel, and I'm gonna post it on my channel also. And then we are going to do a full breakdown of this. Whoa. Alright. Let's download this one. Alright, so I'm gonna post this on my channel. Vinci. And as soon as that comes up, I'm gonna close this up because I'm not playing any Steam right now. New project. Import this. It's the same, isn't it? Whoops. What happened? I have to say export. Alright, and we are going to take a look at that. Oh, nope, that is not. I'm going to do Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Trailer. Alright, and we are going to... Alright, let me move my tablet out of the way. And now I can see my screen a little better. Alright, let's see. Alright.
Have we met? My memory.
Alright, so yeah, we watched it. So we start here, and this is obviously they're on top of the train, and wow, that's really cool with the mountain back there and the planes overhead. Like there's some crazy stuff going on here. I see like there's planes.
Have we met?
Whoops. Let's go back to that.
Have we met?
Then we so that was Indy and Basil, who's the Toby Jones character, and now this is like 25 years later. This is in the Morocco scene, and this is the first that we've seen of Nicholson's character in this scene. And the same with Lloyd Holbrook. So it definitely looks like there's some sort of like an auction or something going on here, and he's coming in and trying to make a play for it, and so is Indy. Or maybe something important is going on with all these assassins and stuff here from different walks of life. And so Mads is here, and we see Kleber or Klobber, and we know that Hawk is also here, and so we saw Mads Mikkelsen there. He's reacting to Indy being with a woman, just to tease him, and then Indy has a great little line. Remind me you're still a Nazi.
Memory's a little fuzzy. Are you still a Nazi?
And then we cut back to the same train chase from earlier here. And this is a really cool shot. And I think, oh man, just like every little tease of this scene. Like, you know, we've been looking at this for 2 years, just in like pictures and stuff. But now we're getting close, and we're starting to see glimpses. And like, this is like a full scene, like an amazing action scene with this train here, based on everything that we've been hearing about it. And every shot looks really good, I think it does, you know, kind of have like a more of the modern feel. It doesn't have like it doesn't feel like a film from the 1930s. It's, you know, like visually, like there's a little bit of like a shine to everything.
A little fuzzy.
I mean, especially when I think of something like this. I mean, this is pretty good. This is pretty freaking good. man, like this is actually Harrison Ford. He was he himself acted this scene, and then using deepfake and with a combination of CGI probably and deepfake is my best guess. They were able to make Indy look like this, like he really did, like he really would have at that year in 1944. Looks really good. Yeah, we can go frame by frame.
Little fuzzy.
And then we see Indy pulling his hat over. So let me look at. Yeah, so this is also a DH character. So this is. Man, this is just so cool seeing their reaction, like their relation with each other, and like scenes with each other, and like the chemistry and the dynamic, and like that piercing glare from Mads Mikkelsen versus this, you know, great. I mean, this is Indy. Like how else can I say it? You know, it's Indiana Jones. Like this is exactly who he is and who we want him to be, and he's coming up against this, and this is just making me so excited because, I mean, we knew these are two awesome actors, and we can tell like these are perfect actors for each other, and these two characters, the way they've been created for this movie to come at each other, I think this rivalry looks really cool and brings like a lot of depth to the film and a lot of meaning to the film. And great moment here, obviously, with the punch, putting the hat up. That's great. And so then we cut back to 1969, and he finishes his line.
Still a Nazi.
And then we see here, which is what we saw earlier in the previous trailer, which is later in the same. He starts doing a little whip thing, and at this point, she is gone. Like we saw, there were scenes in the previous trailer where they're standing side by side, and I'm talking about Indy and Helena, the Phoebe Waller-Bridge character, and they're here like at this table, and they're talking to one of the guys here, and now we see that Mads Mikkelsen has come in and then left along with Boyd Holbrook, and it seems that they have taken Helena with them because she's not here, and I don't think I saw her in this previous shot either. Yeah, and then we've seen a photograph from Empire, which shows Indy and Helena in this location, and Helena's shirt is ripped. It's like a different hallway in this building, and so that makes me think that we're gonna have this confrontation, which we've seen here, which I've just said. And then probably Indy is going to have to rescue her in this building. So before even the Nazis get away with Helena, Indy rescues her from this building. And there's another character in this scene which is not being shown in these two shots, which is a young Moroccan boy who is played by a French actor. Isidore, something Isidore, and he is apparently becomes an important character in this scene. He's just like sitting around, like he's not like he's with the gangsters and all of them. Or he's just like, you know, a kid in this community who hangs out with them or something. My guess is that he helps Indy to rescue Helena, or maybe to recover the dial, the piece that they need, or maybe both. So this is a really exciting, we kind of are getting a sense of what is at stake in these scenes here. And for me, they are just great, fun, like perfect ideas for an Indiana Jones movie. And, so Indy goes to, there's like an auction, they're auctioning off maybe a piece of the Dial of Destiny or something like that. Obviously something very important. And so Indy and Helena go there to try to get it, but our boy Mads Mikkelsen is there as well, and they also want the piece, and Mads is accompanied by Kleber and Hawk, who are two of his henchmen, and they look really intimidating. And then maybe they take Helena away, and then Indy maybe has to help Helena with the help of a young Moroccan boy. And then the three of them, so first we've seen Indy and Helena running away from this, and then the three of them get in a tuk-tuk, which is an auto rickshaw, and they have that chase, which we've obviously seen elsewhere in this trailer and other trailers. Alright, and then we're going to jump way back here to a sort of sequence that takes place before that one in the movie, which is also in 1969. And this is in New York. Indy is a professor here again. Now at Hunter College is the name of the college that he's now teaching at. But it's his last day. He's retired, and now he's come out, and it is the Apollo 11 parade. So Indy's last day of being a teacher is the same day as this big parade is going on. And so he is, kidnapped by the CIA, but maybe it's the Nazis, and they have Indy here escaping from them, and it leads into this parade. And so this is a great look. This is our most convincing shot of Harrison Ford in the parade. Like the most clear picture, and that it is Harrison Ford for me, for my money. Like, if that's not Harrison Ford, like, I can't tell, because it's like, did they shoot this scene? Is this a shot that they did in retakes, or is this a shot that they shot the footage and then used the deepfake technology to put Harrison's face in there? Like, I have no idea. It honestly could be either. God. Oh my God, you guys. There's a new Indiana Jones movie coming. Can you believe that? It's unbelievable. Whew. And what a wonderful shot here. Like, we've seen the shots where these were being shot. Like the camera work from way far away. Oh, wow. Man, that's so cool. Wow, this is unbelievable. Yeah, I love this camera because it's at like they put it low enough, and the way that it like the scale of everything here in this shot is just so cool. And the angle that we're seeing this character who's played by Boyd Holbrook here, and obviously the movement and everything going on, like, whew, this is a really cool shot. And then we see his point of view, and Indy is ahead of him on the horse. But meanwhile, Mr. Hawk over there has hijacked a what do you call them? Like a parade queen, and her car, and is, zooming against him on the other side, trying to cut him off. And we're definitely gonna go back and Oh, interesting. You guys know I did like a video where I took the previous trailer along with all the pictures that have leaked in the past, and I made like the movie as it is, like every shot that we have, and so it's so exciting getting new footage here and already figuring out like how I'm gonna piece it together, and so and now we jump back here to the World War II segment, and here we see Indy and Basil, and they're under the Letterfoot Viaduct, which is where it was filmed. This is probably somewhere, this is obviously somewhere in mainland Europe. It could be Germany or it might not be. I have no idea. And this is a great shot of them, Indy and Basil. And we see above them, which was not there when they shot this, is the Nazi train. And oh, but there's a British flag. Oh, there's a British flag on it. You guys see that? So that's a bit of a spoiler there. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't. They easily could have just edited them out. So that's a spoiler right there. I mean, that's something I did not know. I thought Indy and Basil just get like hijacked. Just get thrown off this train or something, or jump off it or something. But here we see that the train has been commandeered by the British, unless this is a different train. No, this is the same train because we can see that Nazi the sort of eagle insignia on the side there. Yeah, so this is the same train up there, and it's been commandeered by the British. And here is another look at John Rhys Davies as Salah, and I love the energy of it. Give him hell!
Give him hell, Indiana Jones!
Give him hell, Indiana Jones! Wonderful. And even though it's not like we're getting a new adventure that Indy and Salah are going off on an adventure, but just like this little moment and that energy that he brings, it just tickles you, doesn't it? Alright. And then I think we saw this shot before. This is the tuk-tuk chase in Morocco after they take the what do you call it? After the auction, after they're escaping from all those guys, and this car right here, I believe, is where Mads Mikkelsen's character is, who's named. Oh, jeez, I lost my spot. Oh, jeez, I can't even think. Voller, Dr. Jürgen Voller.
Give him hell, Indiana Jones!
Why is it doing that? That's weird.
Give him hell!
Alright. So he goes ahead. His destiny. And then this looks like they're on the train. Alright, that's really annoying. Okay. Destiny. Alright, so they're on the train here. So it looks like what happens is this is obviously the Nazis. Oh, but here it gets blown up. I don't know. So what it looks like, the Indy and Basil are, maybe getting on this train to steal something back from the Nazis or something. I mean, this is obviously a very important train, or it's carrying something very important. And so the Allies blow something up, maybe the cannon or something, from up above, it looks like. And then, oh, this is later. I thought there was another shot of this train. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, and this is just Indy's reaction, which looks great. That is so cool. Alright. Let me see. Is that... Okay. And then... yeah, so and then we saw a scene earlier where where the train's been taken over by the Allies, so we now know a bit about what happens here. I mean, obviously, the Allies win the war, so... but I thought the train maybe was going to go missing or something, which was like the Nazi gold train that was so famous that disappeared, or didn't. Maybe it was a myth, I don't know. And then we have... And now we're well, it's also... Alright, so it's also a World War II related thing, but it takes place in a completely different part of the film. So yeah, as you probably know, Indy and Helena are going to be time traveling in this film. So they got back to 1944, where this whole incident with the train first happened. There's somewhere in that time, roughly, or exactly the same time. I'm not sure. And Indy, I think what it looked like is that Indy has been captured and is on this plane, and Helena is chasing after them on a motorcycle. And then this plane and Helena and Indy, we saw pictures of in what might be ancient Syracuse, which is in Sicily. And so the idea is that they have somehow got on this plane from World War II, but then they are seen on the ground immediately after the scene as if they have time traveled. And I'm not sure if the Nazis initiated the time travel. Probably they did, unless Indy did it. But it seems like this is what the Indy has time traveled here somehow to 1944, and then the Nazis are time traveling to ancient Syracuse and bringing Indy because he has some knowledge or experience that he can solve something maybe for them. I don't know. And Helena is going to rescue him. I mean, that's my theory, just looking at this. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Like, there are other theories you can make that are just as solid. But I just felt like that way. And so we see this as a Nazi fighting with Helena, and they're on some sort of opening here on the plane, and it's flying over water, and it's daytime now, so either this plane has been flying all night to whatever location, or they have time traveled, which is my theory, and they have time traveled to ancient Syracuse here. And this is a look at Helena in the same moment there, and the Nazis, sliding off of her, and she drops but grabs onto something else here on the plane, and that's pretty cool. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Did you guys see Shadow in the Clouds? I think that's what it's called. It's Chloe Grace Moritz, and it's on a bomber like this, but there's like a gremlin that gets on the plane. It reminds me of that, because obviously it's very modern, good quality effects here, and it's done, shot kind of similarly, like it. And so here is Indy and Helena now on that plane, and it seems like they are the only ones left on this plane, or the only ones left alive or something, because it seems at this stage like the plane is maybe going downwards. Or at least it's very rocky. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's just turbulence, and the fact that the door is open, causing turbulence, and well, it is old Indy. It's definitely old Indy. But this is a great, like, I couldn't even tell, like, for a second, because he does his face so well here, like, in the moment, that it you know, stretches kind of every muscle, and it's like, if he did this when he was 42, like, it would look exactly the same. Like, I mean, it's just a testimony, obviously, to how, you know, fit he is. He does look very young for his age. And so Helena is hanging there, but the plane is going down, so they have to get out of there. So rather than trying to help her up, he's just going to put on a parachute and go to her, and then they are going to drop down together. She's going to grab his hat, because otherwise the... that's great.
Hang on!
He says, hang on. More important is hang on to my hat. So I bet he's probably going to tell her, hang on to my hat. And then when they get to the ground, we see the shot where they're... we've seen leaked pictures of the scene where they fall on the ground. And she gives the hat back to him. And... Alright, so we see there are two explosions. Well, the engine has been blown out on the wing there of the plane, on the right wing. And so Indy, okay, and this is, aha! Time travel, confirmed. I mean, well, it's already confirmed, but ancient Syracuse confirmed, because you can see in the water there the naval ships, which are attacking the city, which are Roman naval ships, I believe. If this is indeed the Battle of Syracuse of 212, and then you see the city there, which is the walled ancient era city, which looks really cool. Oh, and there's the mountain. So they have they are using the entire kind of backdrop of Cefalù, which they shot, including the mountain, as Syracuse. So they are showing this mountain here, which I think we sort of knew that they were, but Syracuse itself, in drone footage I've seen, does not have this mountain, I don't think. I don't think that it has a big mountain overlooking like that. I think this is something that is, you know, specific to Cefalù. So, but it's really cool seeing this, because this is obviously, we've been looking at those like drone footage and stuff of Cefalù and that, you know, amazing backdrop of that mountain, and now we see this is an amazing shot. It's like, it's Indiana Jones, first of all, which is amazing. It's like an incredible Indiana Jones type of moment, as we see them falling there, sharing one parachute from a time-traveling German aircraft bomber, and they're in ancient Syracuse, and we see the ancient era of the city that we've been looking at for the last few months, that we've been looking at those footage from Cefalù. And that's it. Nice. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good, you guys. Oh my god, the trailer is so cool. The movie's gonna be so freaking cool, you guys. I cannot believe it.
Have we met? My memory's a little fuzzy. Are you still a Nazi? Give him hell, Indiana Jones! What are you doing here? Hang on!
He says, "What are you doing here, rescuing you?" So that's exactly what we were saying. I think she says okay. So I guess she says okay when she drops there. I thought maybe she was gonna say like, "I have your hat," or I mean something about the hat, but yeah, I love that moment. I love every little moment that we see in this trailer. Oh my goodness, look at this shot. The cinematography is so amazing in this movie. And just look at this. Oh my god, just look at this shot and all the movement in it. Like, Kurosawa would be so proud of this. Like, it is such a distinctive... Like, I've never seen, like, a shot like this in a movie before. That it's all these American flags, and it's all the movement from those flags, but you have, like, an action scene going on. An Indiana Jones action scene. Oh, so amazing. Alright, let's go backwards. Experience everything from backwards. Yeah, like I said, this shot's so cool. We're going backwards. Man. Unbelievable. Like, it's so alive and exciting and, like, visually, like, stunning and distinctive. Like, it's like, everything about this movie, it really does feel distinctly like Indiana Jones. Like, this part here, we're in New York, and it's like American flags everywhere, and we're in, like, you know, it's 1960s New York, but there's this old man on a horse riding in the middle of the street, but it's not just any old man, like, it's the most badass dude, like, of all time, and, you know, he's like a hero at sunset here, so he's like a little bit older than a lot of the, you know, the rest of the crowd. He's like the older generation, but he's that badass still. And it's really cool. And then we have, you know, obviously the friggin' Nazis are chasing after him. Like, I think the whole plot about the whole, whatever, method of doing this film where it's ex-Nazis and they're working like with the U.S. government, working with NASA, basically in order to challenge the Soviets, and those characters now are trying to you know, affect the past to bring like a victory back to the Germans. Like, Nazis are like the best type of villains that you can do in a movie, and I think that like any of like the post World War II like fictional stuff, where it's either the ones which are like the Nazis have, it's like, what if the Nazis won World War II, but also the ones where it's like the Nazis who fled Germany after the war, And a lot of them are about. Well, the one that I'm thinking is the boys from Brazil, where the Nazis go to South America. I feel like there's a few other ones, but this is one where the Nazis are collaborating with the Americans, working in NASA. So the character of Jürgen Voller is based on Werner von Braun, or it uses that element that he was like a German. I don't know if he defected or if he was ex-Nazi. I don't know, but I think he was ex-Nazi, and he was became a NASA scientist. All right, let me look back at this shot. This is great. Yes. So good. Alright. Yeah, I love man, even the shots like this, like the cinematography is just so cool. Man. Like, this is a friggin' Indiana Jones movie, you guys. Everything has been, like, meticulously and brilliantly thought out. Man, we get so many like awesome shots in this trailer. It's like this is just like 30 seconds of the movie. Like, we're gonna have a 2-hour movie where it's this. Oh my goodness. Man, these two guys. I thought at first that these two guys were gonna be allies or something, but nope. Boyd Holbrook is doing the bad boy thing again in a James Mangold film. I think he brings a really cool presence to this movie. Yeah, because we have Mads Mikkelsen is the main villain, the Nazi scientist who is now working for NASA. And then he has his two thugs. And we have Hawk, who is obviously this, like, massive dude. And, you know, for sure he's, from what we've seen, he gives a great performance and is very intimidating, probably, in his performance as well. So, like, we know that he's going to be great in this movie. But then we also have this actor who is Boyd Holbrook, who played, like, a similar type of character in Logan. That he was like the villain against like the older hero at sunset, as they say. And yeah, he's so great, like, at establishing antagonizing connections with characters, and you can kind of feel it here. And just the framing of this shot and the way that he's like kind of hovering over his shoulder, and just the look, the expressiveness from the actor there, from Boyd Holbrook, and obviously Harrison Ford is reacting to it wonderfully. Like, it's such a great little moment, and you see it, and like every single shot in this trailer, it's like they show you things and you look at them and it's easy for you to understand the things that are going on, because everything is like really impressively thought out, like top tier filmmaking from James Mangold here. Like, there's no doubt about it, you guys. Like, these are all like very deliberate things. Like the framing of the shot is like obviously super deliberate, that you put them like that. I mean, obviously the director's going to think about how I'm going to frame my shot, and he wants to do it in a way that is very expressive. Expresses something in the staging of the actors and all of that within the frame of the shot. And this this is awesome because even though Boyd Holbrook's in the background, he's like, you know, he's looping there, and it's really cool. Yeah, and just like the color of the background also though, and like the cutout of the window, like it's so interesting. It feels so real. Like I can see the scene as it's happening on the screen. And like I totally buy this location and this setting. Sorry, I keep getting tied up in every little thing, but I think that's a good thing. And so this is Mads Mikkelsen, older. So this is 1969. And he has a little, you know, like a strap on him, as if he's carrying like a bag or something. Perhaps that is the bag that he's going to carry the item in. I love everything in the background. All these shots. Like I love the costume here. Like the guy here. I mean, this is obviously like a hotel costume, but it's like might as well mention that too because it's great. Like everything's so well thought out, and like all of these little, you know, I mean a lot of it is the set obviously, but it looks so cool, and like this design right here, man, so cool. Yeah, and this shot again that we obviously looked at all these shots earlier. He says, "Remind me, are you still a Nazi?" And the background with those windows, it looks really cool. All right, and then this is Indiana Jones and his buddy Basil, and they're on top of the train, and they look up and they see that this is a bunch of airplanes, like Allied aircraft overhead, and I believe that the Allies have already been bombarding the castle, because we've seen explosions at the castle, and we saw explosions like in all of these scenes too, but for some reason here, there's a moment of quiet, sort of, like there, because we've seen a lot of like action scenes going on, but here, there's not. They're looking up as if they're reacting to like planes just arriving. Unless there's, I don't know. I keep seeing like a little. You see like, so right in the center of the screen there, like where the plane is, there's like this dark thing that passes it. And then there's a few other ones that are kind of like that, and they're all kind of going the same way. And I want to say that they're like, my mind is telling me that they are parachutes. Yeah, I can see some men being parachuted in on the left there. So they are. This is probably after a lot of those explosions have been happening. So they did their bombing first, and now they're dropping in a bunch of guys on. Wearing parachutes, and I'm not sure if maybe they were trying to parachute directly on top of the train, or they want to parachute somewhere, because we do see later a shot where they are in control of the train. I'm assuming these are the same British troops who are flying the Union Jack on top of this Nazi train. So that's what I think is going on there. Whew. Oh man, I haven't looked at any of your comments or anything, man. Well, there's so many comments. Thank you everybody for making comments. Yeah. Might be nice to go through some of those, but let me look at some more recent ones. Is this me, or does the plane seem like a bit derivative of the flying wing from Captain America: The First Avengers? Oh yeah, it kind of looks like that too. But it's just that like, so that film, A Shadow in the Clouds, and this film with those scenes, they're all scenes that take place like in the exact same setting with the exact site, exact same, like types of planes and era, that they were all like Nazi bombers. And not Shadow in the Clouds. It was a British bomber, but same era, same war, obviously. And they're flying through the clouds, so it's obviously going to look that way. And it's just the fact that it's, let me find where that is. Oh, it's at the end, isn't it? It's just the fact that it's in the clouds. Like, how else are you gonna? And they're flying over water. Maybe that's another aspect to it, but in this case, they are going to be landing on Syracuse. Like this is ancient Syracuse here. Whereas in that movie, he I think he crashes the plane into like the ice in Antarctica, right? I mean, I wouldn't call it derivative, but it's it's just a similar sort of setting. But I think this is like a totally it's the same idea that it's like that a Nazi plane is taking off and a hero has like stowed away or something and is bringing the plane down. I guess you could say that, but it's like, how many movies have you seen where it's the exact same thing in 90s action movies, that it's like a plane in that era. Like, I feel like it's like there are so many movies that are like that. But just the fact that it's in World War II and it like there's only like 3 films, but to us it's because it's not like in our era, we feel like it's like they're so similar to us, whereas the other ones we don't notice because like we see that type of environment like a lot. All right. Anyways, let's see. British SAS paratroopers, says Albert. My guess is the Indy Basel scenes are set in 45 BAT at the end of the war. As the Allies arrive. I heard it's supposed to be 1944. So yeah, pretty close. It was based off World War II Nazi plane. I would love to see a George and Steven cameo, and maybe one from James Mangold too in the film. Yeah, that would be cool. Remember in so Hitchcock used to cameo in his films, and so then when they remade Psycho in the 1990s, the scene they made the scenes look like exactly the same pretty much. And so the scene where they have the Alfred Hitchcock cameo, it's Hitchcock and the director of the remake standing there. So it kind of reminded me of that, what you said. Really brings up my hopes. It is looking so good and better with the more we get, says Kevin Brooks. Absolutely. What would happen if Indiana Jones and Captain America served together in World War II? Oh, dude. That's a great idea. I should edit some of this footage together with Captain America, dude, and make like a little like story. I think I'll probably do that. Man, I got all kinds of great little things I can post. In the last trailer, you can see the same Heikel bomber in the hangar and an old Indy in the foreground. Maybe time travels to the 40s with Mads and then to ancient times. Yes, exactly. That's what we're saying. Yeah, so we did the full breakdown here, so that's exactly what my theory is. And obviously, Indy is being brought on the plane by the Nazis. Maybe they need him for something, his knowledge or something. But Helena is chasing after them on a motorcycle, gets on the plane, and rescues him, or something happens. Somehow he escapes on his own. There's some sort of explosion on the wing. All right, let me see. I hope we get some new comics from Marvel. Yes, on Indiana Jones that take place in between Skull and Dial of Destiny. Oh my god, yeah, I would love that. Please give us Indiana Jones comics. Man, I might want comics more than cartoons even. Because if they make cartoons, like, they're gonna probably, if they do an animated show, they would probably aim it at kids, right? Like a Saturday morning cartoon? Or would they make like could they make like a more mature cartoon for Indiana Jones? I mean, they're gonna be putting it on, if they were to do an animated show. But based on, there was a rumor, but apparently it's not, they're not working on that, on any animated show right now. But if they were to make an animated show, would it be like, could they make it, grittier? Or does it have to be for kids since it's on Disney Plus? Like, how do they want to market Indiana Jones? Do they want to make like a younger, like a kid-friendly show so that they can bring in like kids at like the youngest age who could possibly be interested in this? I think they probably would. The other thought was that, do you make it for more mature audiences, the ones who grew up with these films? Because kids in this era, like, they love to watch superhero movies. So, like a classic, like, 1930s adventure movie, I don't know, like, to me, it's like a 1930s era adventure movie is like a classic type of movie, and it doesn't come up all that often. Indiana Jones is like the best, modern ones and modern examples that emulated that. So it kind of that's kind of like an interesting what word am I looking for? It's Disney is making this film that it's like a nostalgic thing. Like the franchise itself is nostalgic for 1930s adventure movies. But now this movie is nostalgic for Raiders of the Lost Ark. So do you market it for people who loved the Indiana Jones movies and grew up with them and want to have like a, now that they're older, they're ready for like you can make gritty and stuff. I mean, that movie's already like that, but if you were to make a cartoon, would you do that, or would you do it more like? So I was reading Indiana Jones Adventures, which is like 2 issues they made. It was like a digest series, a comic book series from Dark Horse that they did in like 2009, and like the animation and stuff. Like it's a little more. It's like a Saturday morning cartoon, but it's like it's Indiana Jones. Like the tone is perfect. So would you do something like that, or do you want it like realistic if you do an Indiana Jones cartoon? I don't even know how I got started talking about that. Let me see where I am in the comments. Harrison does sound like Indy in this trailer, says Choop. How can someone not like the trailer? What's wrong with them? Captain and Indy were in some Call of Duty game together recently? What? Indiana Jones. Call of Duty. Captain America and Indiana Jones coming to Call of Duty? How did I miss that? That's weird. That's not anything about it. It says they are likely not coming. So maybe there were some references in there. Like they found, it looks like this guy in a video, he found
I was having challenges with my
the
old man.
fedora.
Lots
So
of
there
red
was
flags,
an Indiana
fees,
fedora
penalties.
and
So I broke
Captain
up with that
America
banking and moved on with SoFi
somewhere
checking
in
and
these
savings.
locations
Now
just
I
as
earn higher
Easter
interest
eggs.
on all my money and
But
pay no account fees.
It
SoFi,
didn't
get your
mean
money
that the
right.
characters were gonna come.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Unfortunately.
wonderful people,
But that
this
would've
is
been
Call
really
of Duty
cool.
fanatics.
I guess I
Welcome
sort of
back
remember this
to
happening.
another
Yeah, look, this
Warzone
shot is
report.
exactly like what's
And
going
this
on in the movie that we were talking about. All right. So, all right. Here's if we could just. Oh yeah. Just a little 1 second, 1 frame for me. Well, yeah. So that's that. Let me pull up this again while we're looking at the chat.
hats. On the left side is a hat that we have in Caldera at the moment, only at one.
Here we are. So there's a look at the hat. Indiana Jones hat in Call of Duty. Alright. And now... what was I going to do? Let's...
Have we met?
My memory's a little fuzzy.
Are you still a Nazi?
What are you doing here? Let's get you! Hangout!
Have we met?
My memory's a little fuzzy.
So I'm just going to have that loop in the background. Alright.
My memory's a little fuzzy.
Are you still a Nazi?
Okay, so...
Have we met?
So there's a shot here. All right, so when we saw what was that? When we saw a scene in Sicily being filmed, that it was like an ancient looking city. It was at Tunar del Secco. And we saw there were that's where there were ancient warriors fighting each other, and we saw Indy and Helena recovering from the parachute drop there on the ground, and we saw this German aircraft bomber downed and broken into smithereens. We also saw this other plane, which is behind them, This plane was seen at the same location, like it was parked on the other side of the structure that was there. And I wasn't sure if that plane was part of the movie or maybe because it was somewhere like a little far away from where they were filming the fight scenes and stuff. So I was wondering if that plane maybe was like Harrison Ford's private plane, or someone brought him in, or maybe they were just leaving that plane there, but it's like it was being flown overhead or something, like it was just landed there at that moment. But yeah, now we do see that plane is like, you know, important in the movie here. It seems to be, man, why does that keep happening? All right, let's go back to this one. So there's a plane chasing them. Unless we're supposed to think that these are two planes flying like together, but these are two very different looking planes. I think the plane behind, the smaller plane there in the background, is from the 60s. So I think the time portal, when someone makes a time portal, it gets activated in the sky and you have to fly through it. So the time portal cannot be activated on the ground or like created on the ground. It has to be created in the sky for some reason. Maybe if you have the time portal on the ground, it messes things up because it can't like be opened permanently where there's physical matter or something like that. Like it has to be, solid matter. Like it has to be in like a air. Like it has to be, or in like a gaseous state or something like that. So this small airplane back here. Okay, so this is the rumor that was leaked. Indiana Jones Italia reported this leak a year ago. I think it was like almost a year ago. Yeah, a little 10 months ago. And what he said was two airplanes carrying two airplanes time travel from World War II to ancient Syracuse. One plane is carrying Indy and Sonia, and one plane is carrying Mads Mikkelsen. The Mads Mikkelsen plane will crash, and he becomes disfigured. So it's possible that maybe the plane behind them is carrying Mads Mikkelsen, or maybe it's carrying like Boyd Holbrook or somebody else who's like trying to shoot Indy down. Somebody in the 1960s uses the plane in the background to travel forward. Travel from 1969 to 1944 using a 1969 plane. So let's start with that. And I'm assuming it's that plane back there. So let's start with that. So that's, we know that Mads Mikkelsen has traveled, and we know that Indy and Sonia have traveled. Have they all traveled in the same plane to get to World War II in the first place? Maybe this one plane is Mads Mikkelsen, and he has his goons in 1969, who are Clobber and Hawk, put Indy and Sonia on this plane to time travel him to 1944 in order to get more Nazis to use his previous position as a head of, important Nazi stuff, to have like a a bigger, I don't know, for some reason a bigger Nazi plane to time travel. I'm not sure. Or maybe Indy and Sonya traveled on a separate plane from Mads. But for some reason here in this shot, we see the 1969 plane shooting at the World War II plane. And we know that the World War II plane was, the Nazis took off in control of the plane. Indy was on board as, like, he was kidnapped on board the plane. And Helena, the Phoebe Waller-Bridge character, chased after them on a motorcycle and got onto the plane, and somehow later we see that the one of the wings, the propeller has blown up. Probably this plane shot it, maybe. And then we see maybe everyone else on board the plane is dead or something, but Indy and Sonya are like the only people left on the plane. But for some reason, there's a plane chasing them and shooting. There's a plane chasing this plane and shooting at this plane. We don't know if. Like, I'm trying to look in the window. I don't know for sure if necessarily maybe Indy is in control of the plane at this point. Like, it's possible. Like, there's something in there. But I can't, or maybe, no, I don't know. I can't really tell if there's someone in the cockpit there or not. I probably can't tell from the shot. I have no idea. But, let me see what I was going to say. Alright, so we don't know who is flying the plane at the bomber at this during this shot, and we don't know who's chasing them. Is the person chasing them like a Nazi, like maybe it's Voller shooting at this plane to kill Indy, or is it an ally of Indy shooting at? Oh no! You know what? I bet it's what was her name? The Shawnette Renee Wilson character, who's Voller's CIA handler. Agent Mason. So this is Agent Mason here, who's the Shawnette Renee Wilson character. So maybe she is in this airplane. She knows that Mads Mikkelsen, the ex-Nazis, that she is kind of looking over, have gotten out of hand and are like trying to change the past and make it so like the Nazis win the war and take over the world. So she has followed them in this plane and is trying to stop the Nazis' plan, which is to use this plane to travel into the past and blow something up or steal something. Or I have no idea what they're doing. They're trying to do something in the past, and it's going to I don't know. Like, it seems to me like the Nazis are traveling to the past to get the artifact, or to get the artifact to work, or somehow they have to travel in order to find something. Because usually in an Indiana Jones movie, it's that they're trying to find something. Well, I mean, I'm not sure, why do the Nazis need to travel to ancient Syracuse? Like, what's so important about it? And it seems like the only explanation would be there's something there that they need to get. Or maybe there's some knowledge that they're looking for in ancient Syracuse. Like maybe they need to go to ancient Syracuse to talk to Archimedes and be like, how do you do whatever? But isn't time travel like the... Okay, they're going to ancient Syracuse to look for a weapon. Archimedes was well known during during the Battle of Syracuse as the inventor of weapons. He invented a death claw, which is like a massive like crane with like a claw at the end. And when the Roman ships would come towards the fort, they would use this crane claw to destroy the Roman ships as they approached. Or there's the heat ray, which was like he devised a reflective mirror that I guess reflected the light of the sun into a heat ray that would destroy the Roman ships that way. So the Nazis maybe are going to get some sort of weapon knowledge from Archimedes. I guess that's kind of my current guess about what's going on there. Let's see. I'm just looking at the comments here. Hardwick Benthal said that he was talking about the hatch under is similar to the scene from another movie. Okay, sorry, I guess I don't remember that. I would enjoy to see an animated indie series and have some adventures take place in between each film. Definitely, I love that. My friend Indy says, I'm surprised Indy wasn't included in the 100 Years of Disney trailer. Well, yeah, I mean, if it's a trailer that's supposed to be about modern Disney, then yeah, but it's supposed to be about 100 years of Disney, so this Indiana Jones movie hasn't even come out yet, and it's not a franchise that they created, so I see no reason that they would include that. They want to focus on older, the classic Disney stuff. If they want to show Star Wars or Marvel, they have already released movies that of that, which have been like massively successful. So those are already like established parts of like Disney, Disney canon or whatever you want to say. But this Indiana Jones movie hasn't come out yet, and yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised because they have so many franchises. Like they have so many. They just got like Fox and all that too, so I don't know. It doesn't matter. Jack Climb, I would enjoy an animated series on Blade Runner that takes place before the events of Blade Runner 2049. Well, there is a Blade Runner show coming. It's called 2099. I think it's live action though. Alright, Hardwick says, do you think there's a chance that Helena is related to Marcus Brody? I think there is a chance, yes. They are, well, there was a rumor that she was going to be Marcus Brody's daughter or granddaughter, or I thought maybe could be her niece. I thought maybe Basil is Marcus's brother, and Helena is Basil's daughter, therefore being the niece of Marcus Brody. But it turns out that Helena is named Helena Shaw, so not Brody, and so those two men could not be brothers, obviously. I mean, it's possible, maybe, unless he's married to Marcus Brody's sister or something, the character Basil. But at this point, now that we know her name is Shaw, it seems like probably not. Doesn't seem likely. Oh yeah, my friend Indy's talking about the bubble cockpit, like the gunner cockpit on top of the plane. Kind of reminds him of the one from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah, it does too. That's pretty cool. It's cool. It's cool. Like, we got a amazing look at a Nazi plane in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and now we finally get to see one fly in an Indiana Jones movie. So yeah, I think Shawnette Renee Wilson is in that plane back there, and she's trying to take down this Nazi aircraft to stop the Nazis from whatever their plan is. So probably she shoots the wing, so the plane is ready to go down. Maybe some of the Nazis parachute away. And then Indy and Sonia are the last ones left. Unless the unless the pilot stays in the cockpit, but it seems to me like the plane is going down, and so Indy and Sonia need to parachute out, is what's going on. My friend Indy says, bro, they showed Star Wars, maybe like the old Indy film. You're talking about the Disney thing, yeah. But Disney didn't make the old Indiana Jones movies. And they don't even have those on Disney Plus. So I wouldn't expect that they would show Indy. There's someone named Shaw in the Young Indy TV show. Yeah, there wasn't there? I saw some article about that. I doubt that is a deliberate connection. I don't even remember the full story of that. I read an article about it, but I don't remember what episode or even who the character was. I just remember like there was like some like random character from the show. How are all the other trailers that came out? Anything? Have you guys? Well, I'm sure everyone here has been watching the indie one over and over again. But if you were watching the Super Bowl, are there any other trailers that looked really cool to you guys? I'm just checking out on YouTube. Going to the Star Wars channel. I have Star Wars open here, don't I? Might as well just look here. Star Wars.
Are people?
Oh, that's the old one still. Let me see. Guardians 3 trailer looked awesome. Guardians 3 trailer looked pretty neat. Fan of that series. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, I like how Batman is back. Oh, did they show the trailer for The Flash yet? I actually would kind of like to look at that if Michael Keaton's back. Let's see. Flash trailer also looked good. One of my favorite moments was seeing Michael Keaton as Batman. Okay, cool. So I will definitely check that out in a moment here. The Line. Oh, dude. I'm excited to see that. Alrighty, let's look at. Alright, I'm gonna watch Flash trailer on my phone because I'm not sure. I mean, I watched the indie trailer obviously, and I'm sure if I watch Flash trailer, it should be fine. But wow, 3-minute trailer, that's awesome too. Alright. Should I watch it? Alright. We're watching it on YouTube. The Flash.
Tell me something. You can go anywhere.
Man, that looks friggin' cool. My friend showed me the Flashpoint cartoon, the animated movie that they made like 10 years ago or whatever it was. And it's cool. Like it's one of the coolest stories. I don't really follow a lot of like superhero stuff, to be honest, but I think it's one of the coolest and most unique superhero stories that I am aware of. I've only watched a few of like those movies, and like because I would watch like cartoons and movies and stuff. Like I didn't read comics that much. I read comics, but only of specific characters that I was looking for further content of, because there weren't any other movies to watch, like Indiana Jones or like Alien or Predator, and Star Wars and maybe a little James Bond. But I didn't follow superhero comics a lot the way that I know they're very popular. But my friend showed me that animated movie, which is this story, which is I think it's called Flashpoint or something like that. And oh yeah, he says Flashpoint right here. And it's freaking good. And I saw it and I was like, man, this is like one of the best superhero stories. Because I've watched old superhero movies, and that story is like better than so many superhero like live action movies that are out there. So I always wanted them to make a live action Flash movie of that story. And it looks freaking cool. Like it really it makes you think, you know, the story. Like the opportunity that he has, that he can jump to other dimensions or change the past or things like this, but he could but if you do that, like, it's gonna have consequences. And it's, you know, very similar to, I mean, there are similarities between this and the Spider-Man movie that came out last year or 2 years ago, I guess now it was. In that, well, sort of, in that they were both kind of about that this is like a multiverse. And you can have different versions of the same character which are played by different people in different multiverses. Which I don't know that totally makes sense for me, but we want that because we love these movies, and the idea of bringing these characters together on screen in a way that kind of makes sense, that's the way you do it. And so it's awesome. And so we have this movie that it's the friggin' Flash traveling through time and dimensions, where he encounters both the Ben Affleck Batman and the Tim Burton era Michael Keaton Batman. And he was like that era of Michael Keaton's age. Like, he was young. This one that we saw, like, that was young Michael Keaton. That's not like...
Want some help?
That is friggin' cool. Man. Because that was the first Batman movie. That was like a dark Batman movie. I'm not, like, with the exception of the 60s era, you know, which was very charming and fun, but that was like a totally different type of Batman. But the Batman which has dominated all of the Batman movies since then started with 1989's Batman, and of course it had a sequel, Batman Returns, and those were both directed by Tim Burton and starred Michael Keaton, and those set the tone for the Batman series to come, that it was darker, basically. And, you know, subsequent films have gone even darker, I think. But those two first films were really cool and have a really, unique and iconic feel to them. But we only got two of those movies. They never were able to make a complete the trilogy, so they sort of kept some of the same background actors and continued with the next two films, but they were from a different director and like tonally very different, actually kind of going back a little bit towards like the 1960s era. Like it was a mix of like the 1960s and the 1989 Batman. And then obviously Christopher Nolan, all the darker ones, but now, like, to actually get a third movie appearance with the Michael Keaton Batman movie after all these years, it's really cool. It's the same nostalgic feeling that you get seeing the Tobey Maguire finally get a fourth Spider-Man, or the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man coming up for the third time. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, you guys. How's everybody doing? I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. It was really fun. I thought maybe that this trailer was going to drop at, like, halftime or even the second half or something. But, thankfully, it was like, man, it was like 20 minutes into the game or something. It's freaking awesome. I wanted to see the two Batman meeting each other. I'm kind of glad that they're not doing that because Spider-Man did that, and that was the thing, that Spider-Man movie was doing that. And this movie is doing something different, which is that it's not about Batman, it's about a different character, it's about the Flash, and he's encountering alternate versions of all the people that he knows as he time travels and universe hops or something, I guess. And so there would be, like, there's no reason in the story for the two Batman to meet each other. So, and it would have been weird to shoehorn that in, I think, if that, considering that this is not the Spider-Man movie. And especially since the Spider-Man movie did that, like, to do that again with Batman now, it would add, like, a cringe factor, I think. But the way that they did it, I think, is perfect. I hope we get a new Alien movie, and I would love to see Sigourney Weaver back as Ripley in a new story. Yes. Yes. Man, I would love that so much. Like, that... Whew. That may be the movie sequel, like, of a classic version, like, of a classic series... and looking at its classic films that needed direct sequel, it's the classic Alien movies. It is definitely one of them. I'd also love to see like Pierce Brosnan or Timothy Dalton give another go as James Bond, but that's not going to happen. But another Alien movie with Sigourney Weaver is like always a small possibility. And everything that I knew about that Alien 5 that Neil Blomkamp wanted to do looked really cool. Like the concept art looked really freaking cool. But unfortunately they did not make that. They made the Prometheus movies instead, which were fine. But I guess I've probably watched each of those once, maybe twice. And I never really... Like, even when I would watch through the Alien movies, when I would watch through the whole series, a lot of times I wouldn't even watch those ones, to be honest. Because I want, like, fun... I like fun movies. And yeah, the two most recent Alien movies from Ridley Scott, like, they were cool. Yeah, I enjoyed them, but I guess maybe I saw the second one a few times because it was kind of, I didn't watch it that many times though. I really enjoyed it the first time I watched it because it's like a new Alien movie, and they had a lot of, they showed, like, basically an alien from much more than the previous movie did. But it doesn't compare with the first two Alien movies, for sure. And even the third and fourth, even though they're kind of dumb, like, at least they're dumb fun. And at least Sigourney Weaver's in it. Even though... I hate them, and I hate that they didn't continue the story of Hicks and Newt. And that's something that made me so happy about that 85, the Alien 5, that if it had happened, they were going to scrap the previous two movies, and they were going to have a direct sequel to Aliens with Ripley, Hicks, and Newt. Yeah, I would have loved to see that. My friend 80 says, I just watched the game to see all the new trailers. Yeah, same here. I actually do have it on my tablet, but I put my tablet down. I can't even see it. Yeah, I only am watching because of Indiana Jones. I mean, like, if the Indiana Jones trailer was not coming out, I probably would not be watching it. But I've watched the Super Bowl a few times. Like, it's possible I might have felt like watching the game just for the sake of watching the game. But, like, I just went to the World Cup. I saw, like, 30 games at the World Cup. And that, like, I love soccer. And football's awesome, too. But, I'm not as excited about football, American football, as I am about the World Cup. The World Cup, I get very excited about, the same as Indiana Jones. Like, those are two things I get very excited about. So yeah, that's why I'm not watching. Have you noticed with last Star Wars movies, there are different directors, and the same with Indy. Now we have Mango. Yeah, I mean, obviously there were different directors. Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh man, I've had fun. This was a fun stream. How long have we been on? Let me see. Started at. I don't think it started at 3:30 though. Here we are. 3. I guess 3:30 it started. Oh, I thought the broadcast started at 3. I guess I got a little distracted when I was starting the thing, but I didn't think it was that late. But yeah, I guess so. 2 hours and 23 minutes we've been going. That's pretty good. Whew, man. Hardwick says, to me, it looked Christian Bale's Batman was in the Flash trailer as well. The bicycle shots. Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought that was the Ben Affleck Batman when I saw it. But that would have been pretty cool. But I don't know. Like, the Christian Bale Batman, the whole thing about it is that it was grounded. I mean, that was one of the things that was so awesome about it, that made it so awesome, is that it didn't have, like, crazy, like, science fiction type stuff. So for them to include that in this, I think would have been a little weird. I don't think it would have fit the tone. I think it would have been kind of jarring to have that. Like, the vehicle obviously reminds us of the motorcycle that comes out of the tumbler in the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. But to me, this must be the Ben Affleck Batman. They show a character later also here. That suit doesn't look very good, I don't think, especially in the previous shot, but maybe that'll get fixed later. Doesn't it look odd to you?
There might not be.
The suit looks so fake here. Maybe this is not the final shot. I didn't even look at what they're flying in. That's badass. So it's the Michael Keaton bat ship. I don't know what it's called. And then there's like a super. Well, we think it's Superman, but it's a woman. So I don't know if that's supposed to be Supergirl or Superwoman or something else. But dude, movies are awesome. Supergirl's haircut makes her look like a third Ezra Miller at first glance. That's funny, yeah. Lego sets already came out for this film? What are you talking about? Dial Destiny? Tell me what are you talking about? You were saying something about Lego Indiana Jones sets for the new film? Is that what you're saying? Lego Indiana Jones. Is that right? Yeah. Let's just try that. See what. Seeing anything about that. Yeah, this is the one from last week. Yeah, I haven't seen any hints about what the other 4 Indiana Jones sets are. We think that they're for Indy 5, but it's not confirmed. We could look at Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, if I show Guardians of the Galaxy, I bet it's going to have music. Probably, from the, what's it called? Like some pop music in there or something. I'm sure if I do that, then YouTube's gonna want to try and give me a hard time. So maybe I'll watch the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer on my tablet really quick. Oh, the Flash. You're talking about the Flash. I see. I didn't know they were making Flash Lego. That's cool. Kevin Sherpkey. Nope, that's not my name. Alright, let's see. Where is my trailer? Hope you guys are all doing well. Let me know what you thought about the trailer today, and if any other trailers were interesting. And I'm going to watch the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer. Oh, villain looks interesting. Oh. Rocket's backstory, interesting. Whoa. That looks cool. Whoa. Saw Benedict Cumberbatch in there. Wow. Looks really cool. Wow, Groot is muscular. Okay, I watched the Guardians trailer, and yeah, that looked really cool, dude. It looks like very distinct from the other two movies. Like, it still has the same feel. I mean, it has the same actors and everything, and it's the same story, and the same like tone, but a different feel, probably I should say. I mean, like there's just something feels a little different about it. Like the characters are in a different place in their life. A lot of the visuals are very different from that movie. I mean, they're just like fresh, different ideas, and they looked really cool. Yeah, I love it. That's awesome. Yes, indeed. What else? Any other good TV spots come out during the Super Bowl? Let me see how everything's doing here. A few, not too many. Nice. Oh, very good stuff. Well, I think I'm probably going to wrap it up here pretty soon. We had a lot of fun, obviously, and I appreciate you guys sticking with me. But we've been through the trailer plenty. I am going to make another video, which is going to combine the new trailer with the existing 10-minute trailer that I cut, and put everything in chronological order. And I have a few other things coming next few days. Let's have some good content for you guys. I think you'll like it. So thank you all so much for joining me as always, and I wish you all fortune and glory. Bye bye now.